Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been quite a while. In this video, we're going to be talking about conditional statements in Python. So what exactly are conditional statements? Conditional statements allow you to check whether a condition is true or false, and based on the input, an output is decided. So let's take a real life practical example, right? Suppose you want to have some food, it's the middle of the day, you're a bit hungry. So naturally, you would go to your fridge and check if you have food. So when you open your fridge, if the fridge is full of food, you would obviously make your meal, right? But if the fridge is empty, you would have to go to the supermarket to collect the items to make your meal, right? So based on whether the fridge is full or not, you get different outputs, which is basically what a conditional statement is. So let's write some code based on this example. So let's say fridge full equal to true. So now let's say if fridge full, and we automatically assume this to be true. I mean, we check if this variable is true, this boolean is true. So if fridge full, then print make the meal. But now if the fridge isn't full, so fridge full is equal to false, then we do else print go to the supermarket. So if we run, oh wait, oops, forgot to put in the quotations, my bad. Okay, so now if we run this, we can see we get make the meal because we've set our fridge full equal to true, right? The fridge is full. But now if we set this to false, then we can see we get go to the supermarket. So this is a little example of how conditional statements work. Let's do another one real quick. So let's say x is equal to int input, and please enter a number between 1 to 5. So let's just make a small guessing game here. It's not an actual guessing game, but it's just for example purposes. Just to understand how these statements work. Okay. So now let's say something like if x is equal to 3, print you guessed the number. Hooray. But now if x is not equal to 3, then you want to say else print you did not guess the number. So before I run this code, I just want to go off on a small tangent here about what exactly 1 equal to means and what 2 equal to means, just in case anybody's confused. So 1 equal to is always used for assignment. So when we say x is equal to int input, please enter a number between 1 to 5, when we're asking for the user's input, whatever input the user gives us will be stored in the variable x. So it's being stored in the variable x. But when we say x is equal to 3, we're checking if the value stored inside the variable x is equal to this integer 3. If it's the same as the integer 3. So we can say that double equal to is for comparison. Alright, so now if we go ahead and run this code, and let's say we enter number 2, we'll get a you did not guess the number output. Because you can see the value of x is now 2, and 2 is obviously not the same as 3, right? So you'll get an output you did not guess the number. But now if we run the code again, and we type in 3 as our input, we get an output you guessed the number. So that was just one small little example. Now let's do one final example using an else if. So let me just delete all of this. Now let's type something up like an age checker. So let's say age is equal to int input. Please enter your age. So now if we wanted to check someone's age, we would obviously need a few conditions, right? First, we should make sure that the age is an actual valid age. So when I say that, I mean age can't be less than 0. So if age is less than 0, print age is not valid. Now here's where we can use over else if. So we'll say elif age is less than 18, print, oh wait, sorry, age less than 18, print, you cannot enter. And then we can say else, print, you may enter. So we only use the elif or else if when we need to check two conditions. Because usually it's if or else, but that's only when there's one condition. So if we need to check two or more conditions, we're going to need to use multiple elifs or else ifs, depending on our need. Okay, so now if we run this, please enter your age. Let's say I'm 15 years old, right? I get an output, you cannot enter. Now, if I say something less than 0, let's say minus 100, I get a age is not valid. Now if I run this and I put an age over 18, let's say 19, and I press enter, you can see I get a you may enter output. So yeah, this is a simple bit of code that hopefully helped you understand how conditional statements work, how if, and else works. And that will be all for this video. I hope you understood something. I hope you took something away from this video. And if you did, please like and subscribe. Alright, see you in the next video.